going on, folks, and welcome back to another Scum video. I hope we're all doing well as always. Thank you very much for your ongoing support on the channel, guys. Greatly appreciated. Now, we are talking about the 0.8 Bank and Fame update, ladies and gents. This is going to be the most confusing part of the patch for most people, and hopefully in this video I'm going to try and make it as simple as possible for you guys to understand. So please let me know in the comments how I've done, if you have understood any of this. Now, there are pros and cons to everything. Okay, some people might think, hey, this update's a little bit complicated, but at the same time there are pros to this, right? The pros are to this whole system here is squads aren't going to get back in the fight instantly. That's one of them when you go down that rabbit hole of this whole system. Because if you were to suicide to try and get back to a certain location and you choose sector spawn takes 50% of all of your fame points now. Right, okay, 50% of all of your fame points. Ladies and gents, I just want to pause the video here for 2 seconds. I'm just throwing this overdub in. I've just realized while I'm editing this, I have said that sector spawns will take 50% of your fame. I do apologize. It doesn't. It's when you suicide. That is when it instantly takes 50% of your fame. Now, a lot of people tend to use the suicide option to get back into a fight quicker and stuff like that as well, or get closer back to their friends. So, ladies and gents, I really do apologize about that, and I will be reiterating that over the video. You will hear me constantly say sector spawn takes 50%. It doesn't. It's when you suicide, that's when it takes 50%. My apologies. Enjoy the rest of the video. Plus a good chunk of money too. People aren't going to be doing that. They're going to be preferring to random spawn. So the majority of the time now, once you're out the fight, you are out. So this is what I love about this. You really have to be careful with your character now and think about what you're doing. And to be fair, ladies and gents, if you go into debt and your character has 0 fame and 0 currency and you've died 10 times, then I would definitely consider getting better at the game and trying a new strategy. And this is what the survival game is all about, adapting and overcome and all that good stuff, okay? So if you look at the fame points in the account balance, guys, this is what we're going to be using now to trade. So account balance and fame points is what's going to be used to trade. Each of them put together. The gold balance that you have there is going to be used for spawning to your shelter, right? So this is, you won't use gold for sector or random. You'll only be using the gold for shelter. Now, this is where all this comes in. So hopefully I've got your attention by now, and hopefully we can get into this. So when everyone spawns on the island, they start with a starter bank card, which you can see in the top left here. So a starter bank card will give you a withdrawal limit, a deposit limit, and no renewals for free, okay? Because you haven't paid for this. This is what you've been given. So there's no privileges there. Now, let's just say, and I'm obviously making this video at the trader, guys, because it's all in-house here. I can show you everything. I can give myself currency and stuff, and I can show you exactly what it will do. So what's going to happen here is if I go into the bank, we're going to... Right, so after he says what he needs to say, you press F to talk to him. You select your starter card, because this is the starter card that you have. Now, when you go down the rabbit hole of... the way that these bank cards work, we have an account information, okay? We've got account info, so your account number. Now, let's say you killed another player and you get their bank card, right? You got their account info, their details, if you can get into their account. And I'm pretty sure it's 3 tries and it blocks the card. And whoever dies, if you die and you have your card stolen, all you have to do is go to the bank and basically get rid of your card. You can cancel your cards, which means that player cannot use it anymore. So they can't transfer any money and stuff like that. So if you die and your card's out there somewhere and you think someone's got your card, just go to the closest bank and, like, close your account, basically. And they give you another card. You don't lose your money, though. You never lose your money. They just shut down that card, and then you get handed another one. Because you can go to transfer. So you can put someone's account details in like that, and then... you can transfer however much money they've got, depending on if the limit has been set by servers, because private servers will most likely be different here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my cards. So this is what you want to do after you've done some looting and you've actually been to the trader to sell some gear. You've now made some money. So let's go out of this and let's pretend. So let me set, I'm going to set some money. I'm going to give myself 50,000. So you can see, guys, I've now got 50,000 in my account balance at the top right hand corner there. So let's talk to the banker again. So we've made some money. All we've done so far in the game is gone to a bunker and looted, right? So if I go to the starter card, sorry, not starter card. If I eject the card and go to my cards on the bottom left, you've got classic and gold. Now the classic will give you 1 free renewal, where the starter one we currently have doesn't have any because it's free. The classic will give you 1 digit pin and a daily withdrawal limit of 1,000. Now private servers will be able to set this differently. Or you can buy the gold card. Now this is what you're going to need. So the gold card will give you 5 free renewals, right, before you have to pay another 5,000 for one, right? So let's say someone steals your card, or you lose it, you can go to the bank and renew the card. So no one else can do it. It comes with a 2-digit pin protection and a daily withdrawal limit of 5,000, and you can purchase gold. So I'm going to purchase one of these. So I've got 5,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my pin. Also in game settings, in options, guys, you can actually hide your pin for streamer mode. So I'm going to submit my pin, and you can see that I now have my bank card here. So now that I open up my gold card, you can see everything here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back out of that screen, and now I can just simply play with my card. So this is my main card. So I go into gold, I put in my password, and you can see now I can do anything. I can withdraw actual money. There's my account info for my gold card, my 5 free renewals, and I can actually buy gold. So if I buy 1 gold, that gives me 1,000. That will charge me 1,000 SCUM dollars. Now, if I come out of that, you can now see in the top right-hand corner, my gold balance is now 1, and because my actions of purchasing and doing activities, my fame has gone up by 5. So just by doing activities on the island, your fame points will increase, such as doing kill boxes. The rarer the item of loot that you loot in a bunker, the more fame that you will get as well. And when you sell them, you'll be using fame, and you'll be gaining fame in some cases as well. And this is all to do with the activities. So if you have 0 fame, guys, the trader will not make a deal with you in any way, shape or form. So we have 1 gold and we have an account balance of 44,000. So now if I go back into the account here, let's go into my gold card. Also at the same time, if I click on this card here, we don't really need that anymore. You can literally just drop that. Like, you can literally just drop it, or cancel it. So if you just go into this section here, so go into my cards, so that's all your cards, go into this one and you can cancel it. So you want to delete the starter card, and now all you have is your gold card here. Hopefully I've got you you guys understand all this by now. So far pretty self-explanatory, right? Again, don't forget what I was saying. Obviously with all the activities and the looting you do, your fame will go up. Also naturally your fame will increase 0.05 every minute that you're playing. So in an hour's period, you will go up by 3 fame points. Again, private servers can set this a little differently. So what I'm going to do, I'm now going to go down to a trader. I'm going to go down to the armory, and what we're going to do is, obviously I have currency, but I have very little fame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can buy, I'm going to see if I can actually buy something. Let's go for an M9. Let's see if we can buy an M9. Right, so I'm going to buy an M9. Obviously at the bottom right here you can see cash and bank. So look at the bottom right, guys. Now obviously I haven't got actual cash right now. I've only got my bank card on me. So I have to select bank card, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy. But obviously, look what happens.
Guns come unloaded.
It won't allow me to buy it because I don't have enough fame points, right? And if you look on the left, it now says, what did it just say there? Total amount of required fame points to make this purchase is higher than your current fame points, which means I haven't done enough looting. I haven't done enough activities on land to be able to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my fame point now to, let's go 5,000. For example, so now I'm going to set it to 5,000. So, like I said, when you go to trade and stuff, you need to have fame points to trade as well, guys. It's almost like a reputation thing, but not exactly.
I guarantee you, someone
So let's go with an M9. So I'm going to get an M9 and I'm going to get a magazine. Let's just check my fame points just very quickly. How many fame did I just put? I got 5,000 fame, sorry, and 44,000. So let's get an M9. We'll go there and we'll get some extras as well, a magazine and a box of ammo. Okay, so I'm going to buy all that. Now I can buy it because I've got enough fame. But look what it does, guys. It's now taken away a ton of fame. It's taken away 75 fame off of me, and it's taken my cash, right? So you can see what's happening to the fame points. It's utilizing the fame and the money while you're buying as well. So now obviously I've got my weapon. If I speak to him again, I can get, obviously all my pistols and stuff are currently there. That also goes for the same when buying medical supplies, vehicles, or anything like that as well. But if you think about it in this respect, guys, right? Once you have got into a firefight, now the enemy, let's say it's 1 against 5, right? Those enemies, unless they've got a close by base and they've got a ton of money and a ton of gold, which is still very risky, they can waste a ton of fame and gold respawning to shelter, right? Or even if they went and did a sector spawn, that's 50% of their fame gone. No one's going to want to do that. No one. Now, if you wanted to go back in here and you wanted to sell, for example, you want to sell your gold, you just sell 1, but you're going to obviously sell it for cheaper. So sell for 1, yes, exit that, and now you can see my gold balance is 0 as well. But as I stated before, your fame will go up over time over the island once you start doing your activities. So again, fame points and account balance is used. Obviously, you need money to buy the stuff. So you need the exact amount of money to buy stuff, right? That doesn't change. You need the exact amount of money to buy stuff. But your fame points need to be high enough to be able to trade with the trader, him or herself. So if I go into, let's have a look at my fame, 4925. Let's buy a toolbox. 4925. Let's buy a toolbox. 4925. That's taken away 5 fame points at the trader, guys. Right? So this is great because this now gets people needing to loot to get that fame to go and do things around the island. And I absolutely love this. Now, if you look at the permadeath system as well. So the permadeath system, how that works is you have like 10 times to die, 15 times to die, whatever. So if you go like 2,500 or whatever that server is set, and I'm pretty sure it's 2.5 for official. If you go 2,500 in debt, in cash, so your account balance goes to 2,500 in debt, what's going to happen is you're not going to have any fame points at that point, right? You got random spawn. So eventually your character's just going to go, no, it's not going to work, you know? So let's say, let me try and show you that now, okay? So let me get rid of my money. So normal 0. Right, so I've got that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set 5,000 fame. So let's just say we've got 5k fame. There we go. So let's just set 5,000 fame. 5,000. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to suicide. So suiciding will cost you 2,500 fame, right? And random has just cost me 250. So now I'm going into debt with the island. See what I'm saying? I'm now going into debt. So what should happen now is it should say 2,500 in fame and minus 250. Watch this. So sector spawn has taken my fame points down to 2,500. 2,500 my fame points have gone down to now. Because I suicided, and obviously I've got a spawn here, so minus 250, right? If I do that enough, what's going to happen is it's going to be permadeath. So let's say I'm just completely sucking at the game. I'm not being careful. I'm rushing everything. So you can see here, you can do this a good handful of times before you have to reset your character, right? And eventually what's going to happen is that random spawn isn't going to come up anymore, and you are going to have to create a new character. Which means you now have to value your base, value your life, make sure you got money, make sure you got fame. So I'm now minus 1,000. And my fame points is now down to 312, guys. So you can see how this is going to work. At first, for me, it was a very difficult system to sort of deal with. Now I understand it. I really, really do understand it. And I think it's really good. So I'm now minus 1,500. Right? Let's see if we can get to the point where we have to create a new character, and you can see how this permadeath is going to be. I'm showing you everything live right now. I am not cutting this video in any way. So I think it said minus 2,000 is... Did it say minus 2,000 is the one where I have to create a new character? No, not yet. Maybe the next one. Let's try this. So I'm now minus 2,250. I'm sure it's 2,500. Right, this is my last respawn. I think. Okay. Here we go. Right, so now I've got 4 fame points, and I'm 2,500. There's the permadeath, guys. There it is. There's the permadeath. So how many times did I suicide there? A ton, which means you really have to play bad for a long period of time, which means you have to get good. And I'm so glad that I've got to this screen. So after everything I've shown you here with the fame point system, the gold, the bank system, and the permadeath, hopefully this video has done something for you and you have understood this a little bit better. So with that being said, ladies and gents, thank you so much for taking your time for this. This is a very, very big video, I know. But hopefully, and I'm very passionate about this. I absolutely love this. So I'm hoping that you guys will understand. And if you do, give us a shout. Let us know in the comments. What do you think? I don't think it overcomplicates things. Personally, I think it did at first. But then now that I'm understanding it, it actually is better for people who really enjoy survival. And people before were saying, this game's not got survival and everything else. It's catering for the PvP players. Well, this is just about to change survival for everyone, regardless of PvP, because you now have consequences. Ladies and gents, with that being said, stay safe. Please don't forget to hit that like and hit that subscribe if you're not joining the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.